all the way from Chicago here to Newton, Kansas to escape a dealer scam. What did they try to do to this customer? Let's find out. This is a 2019 Chevrolet Impala with the 3.6 engine in it. And we're going to find out today, kind of dive in, about a noise the customer's been hearing from the engine. They were very concerned about it. And they told them it needed a complete new engine. Does it really need one? We're going to dive in and find out today. And find out why did they tell them that it needs a whole new engine. Before we dive in, let's take a look around this Impala. It's in like new condition. It's very nice. Here's the front of this Impala. I actually mistaked it for a Malibu. They have very similar lines, very similar styling, just one's a little bigger. But this one, like I mentioned, is in good shape. It has kind of like snowflake wheels is what they call them. It looks very similar to that. Definitely much longer than a Malibu. As we come around towards the back, you can see that this is the V6 version, like I just mentioned. And it says Premier. It is the Premier luxury trim level. Very nice looking car. It's in great shape. Let's go ahead and open the hood. Before we dive into the engine, I did see this sticker here that says City of Elmhurst. I took a picture of it and sent it to Alex from Legit Street Cars. He said that's not too far away from where he lives. So think about that. They drove all the way from where Legit Street Cars is to where the Car Wizard is to avoid a scam. Let's get the hood open. It's too bad Alex doesn't work on cars for the public because he would have definitely caught the same situation of what we found. But he just does projects, which that's what his channel is geared towards, and they're really great projects. Here's our 3.6 V6, and in the earlier years, these were terrible engines. Really garbage. I think that they have improved them. It has yet to be seen. Time will tell if they really have improved them and fixed the timing chain issues. Regardless if you get an older 3.6 or a newer 3.6, they are absolutely intolerant of you being lazy about your oil changes. They will fall apart and go south if you start doing 15 and 20,000 mile oil changes. Most newer engines won't tolerate that, but this one definitely will not. Every 3,000 to 5,000 miles with good synthetic oil, we use Mobil 1 here. I don't care what any manual says, 3,000 to 5,000 miles. You do see that we have the intake duct work and all the air cleaner out because there is definitely a noise going on with this engine. I'll go ahead and start it and let you guys hear the noise. What you're going to hear is an oscillating whop, 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 whop type sound. I'll put my microphone on the area and let you hear it. So I'll let you guys play the game. You guys always like to join in and try to figure out what's wrong with the car. We're going to give you 3 options, and in the comments you can let us know what you think it is. Is it A, a bad rod bearing? Is it B, a serpentine belt drive issue? Or is it C, something's wrong with the timing chains and it's really time for a new engine? Let us know what you think it is in the comments. And Mrs. Wizard's going to show you guys the interior, then we're going to revisit this and show you what we found.
88,709 miles. Let me go ahead and push that turn off button. Okay, so saving that guy's battery. Definitely don't want to give him back with a lower charge battery. That would absolutely suck, and we never would do that anyway. But gauge cluster, easy to read. Nothing crazy going on. Dash is in really nice condition. I love this wraparound. Look at this. The upper armrest wraps all the way into the dash, wraps and swoops up here to our infotainment screen, and then swooshes back beyond to get to our passenger door as well. Love that design. That design also then kicks back from over there, kicks back over to here, so some kind of a chrome trim that then wraps underneath that infotainment screen, where we can also see our HVAC controls. Have a nice little hidey spot right here, and if we open that back up, you'll see that it does have a wireless charging spot for your cell phone. We've got a nice wood trim right here next to our cup holders. Got our key. Got our creature comforts, our heated seats. So move back to see we have a nice armrest, leather wrapped. As we move up, we've got some tissues, we've got some gloves in there. Okay, looking good. So look at our seats, it's a nice charcoal leather and it has some tan leather piping along the edges. Looking really, really good. So move to this back seat. This is where the difference lies between the Impala and the Malibu. We actually have large seats where you can actually fully sit down and have spots for your legs. Isn't that nice? A back seat that's actually a true back seat. Have a nice kind of raised arch back shelf back there, and of course everything is looking really good because this customer has taken very, very good care of this car. Let's get back to our steering. We've got our bow tie in the center and it's got buttons there on the side of where the airbag would come out rather than actually attach more to the steering wheel. So good design, like that. So enough of this interior talk. Let's get back under that engine bay and see what is making that horrific sound.
Just a minute, Mrs. Wizard. I'd like to get this thing up in the air and do a quick inspection so we know the rest of the car is good, and then we're going to dive in and show you what's wrong with this thing. So take a look underneath this 3.6. Our radiator core support area is not showing any leaks. One thing that's interesting that I'm starting to see new cars, we talk about plastic all the time. Not only is our transmission pan here plastic, but the motor mount is plastic. Not even that's metal anymore, guys. This one's metal back here. But anyways, we don't see any leaks going on with either the transmission or the engine. Check out these brakes. They look fairly new, probably 90% or more remaining. A CV boot is good there and there. More plastic, guys, look. Plastic sway bar link. This is apart because Junior Mint's been doing some testing and things, so that's why that's hanging down. Strut is not blown. Our plastic sway bar link is good. Brakes are good, nothing loose. Luckily, our catalytic converter is not made out of plastic. It would have a meltdown if it was. Exhaust is all intact, everything looks good. Here's our fuel tank, our charcoal canister, which looks really easy to get to. I really like that they put that there, that's nice. We'll check our wheels and everything back here. A metal sway bar link. Brake pads are about 90%. Shocks are not blown. Bushings all look basically brand new. Nothing loose. Sway bar link is good. Brakes are good. Shock is good. And the bushings are all good. The exhaust snakes its way around under the fuel tank, but it does split right here into two, so it does appear to have sporty dual exhaust, even though it is just single exhaust. Let's check the date codes on the tires. So here's our code here, 27 of 22, which means it's only a few years old. They have quite a bit of life left in them. Let's get back underneath the engine. We're going to have Christopher remove that serpentine belt, and we're going to show you a surprise. So go ahead and have him remove that belt. We actually have already removed it before, but we wanted to show you the noise. And then once we remove the belt, we're going to listen to the engine again. We'll start it up and see if there's any improvement. So let's listen to it now. We have the belt removed from the main pulley. Nothing's spinning, nothing's turning, but the engine is running. It's safe to run it for a couple minutes just to listen to the noise. Let's take a listen, guys. No noise at all. Completely cured. It's gone. Just by removing the serpentine belt. That's all it is. And for those of you who are worried about the water pump and the belt being disconnected, the water pump's not even ran off the belt on this particular engine, so it was still being cooled. There's no issues. The only thing that wasn't happening is that it wasn't charging the batteries and the AC wasn't running. It's basically all that was happening. So now we've removed the belt. We know the noise is gone. So why are we buying a new engine? So let me give you a little bit more of a backstory on this. The customer had this noise. He took it to the dealership. They put on a new idler pulley, a new tensioner, a new belt. They tried several different things, but the noise was still present. The customer was kind of upset. He's like, you know, I spent the money for this noise to go away. You assured me that it would go away once you did this work, but the noise is still there. And he went to the dealership to say, hey, what are we going to do about this, guys? I mean, this needs to be fixed. Let me tell you why they quoted him a new engine. It's not because something's wrong with this engine. It's not because they were trying to run up the bill and get some more money. It's not because they were just looking for more work to keep their techs busy. It has nothing to do with any of that. I've been doing this long enough. I know why they told him it needs a new engine. Here's the reason why. Are you ready? To get him the hell out of their shop. That's it. The service manager or the service advisor probably said, tell him it needs a new engine. He's not going to do it. We won't see him anymore. Get this sucker out of here. We don't want to see him anymore. We're tired of him complaining that it's not fixed. We don't want to deal with this. It's not worth our time. Get out. They're not going to admit that they can't solve it or that they don't want to solve it. And maybe even if they could solve it, they don't want to spend the time. Because a customer is not going to pay 6 hours of diagnosis to dive in and figure out exactly what's wrong. They know that. So rather than say something rude like, can you please just go away? Or, we're not interested in looking at your car anymore. Can you please leave us alone? They kind of do a reverse psychology thing. It needs a new engine. And the customer's like, oh, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm definitely not going that route. And guess what happens? They leave. It worked. And the car's here all the way from Chicago. It does not need a new engine at all. So of the 3 options I gave you of this making a noise, was it a rod bearing or something like that? No. That would be a knocking noise. We'd hear a cluck, 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 something like that. Was it B? Yes, a serpentine drive issue going on and making this noise. Was it C? Timing chain issues or something internally wrong with the engine? No, it wasn't C either. We proved that by removing the belt and the noise magically goes away. If it was timing chains or something, it wouldn't care if the belt's attached or not. But in this case it does, because the problem lies in that area. So why is it doing that? What is the problem here? I have seen this before on Toyotas with timing belts. When you use Ison brand versus Dayco versus Gates versus Continental, different brands of belts. I've had where you do an excellent job, you do everything to spec, perfect, and it makes this weird noise on a timing belt style car, and it makes that noise. You change out the belt to a different brand, that's the only thing you changed. You put everything back together in spec just like you did before, and the noise is gone. It's a belt noise, it's a belt defect. Let me grab one of the new belts and show you what I'm talking about. So we ordered another brand belt, it's brand new, and I've seen this before. The belt is making the noise. Even this brand new one has the same defects as the belt that they installed. It's a factory defect. Let me show you. You can see here, there's a dent, a line. And this belt has 4 of them. Some of them are even worse than this. You can physically feel it. Basically, if you were looking at this as the ground, difference in elevation, it's different. One's higher than the other. It's lumps in the belt. So that belt's going back, it's going to be returned. I've ordered 3 different brand belts. And we're going to open them all up, make sure they don't have these defects. But that, under tension, as that's rolling around on the rollers, those little bumps are going and making that noise. This has nothing to do, again, I'm going to reiterate, nothing to do with a new engine. And I just explained to you guys why they said it needed a new engine, which is just laziness. This is starting to happen a lot. It's not so much in independent shops. In some of them it is. But at dealerships, if they have to spend more than 30 minutes or an hour trying to figure out a problem, they're losing money. They're hemorrhaging money. They're losing it really bad. And whoever owns the dealership has probably put into effect a rule or a law that says, if it's more than a half an hour or an hour, get that customer out of my shop, because we don't want to waste the time. We're going to lose a lot of money. But here at Omega, we're honest. All you have to do is call the owner of the car. Hey, we could spend 3 or 4 hours finding this, or an extra hour, or however long it's going to take. Would you be willing to pay for it? If they say no, then you can't go any further. The customer can take their car. That's what it's going to take to find the issue. 99% of the time, I've had my customers say, hey, I understand, no problem. Go ahead and charge me the time because I want this solved and I want to move on with my life. I don't have time to be dinking around with this thing. Let's get it done. They never get mad. You just have to ask first. You don't just surprise them with a bill with those hours. You ask first. People are usually very positive to that request. So it is kind of a minor issue. You say, it's not that big of a deal. Why are we throwing so much money at such a small problem? It's not even hurting anything. It runs just fine. You have to understand some people are more sensitive than others. And you can imagine a tire making a noise on a long trip, or this. Every time you come to a stoplight and you're waiting, and it's quiet in the car and you're hearing, and it just starts drilling into your head. And some people get very sensitive to it and they're like, I got to get this fixed. This is driving me up the wall. And this customer's tired of hearing that noise. I don't blame him. I don't like that noise either. So we're going to get several different other belts until we can get it greatly diminished, or possibly that noise completely gone, without replacing it with a whole new engine. That's pretty crappy, guys. It's pretty low. But before we just slap on a belt, make this customer happy, I definitely wanted to get a video out there to show you. You know, people in the comments say, Car Wizard's out here like he's the only good mechanic left in the world. Then why are people driving such long distances to find that good mechanic? No, I'm not the only one. But they're getting fewer and farther between. I don't know if it's just because it's profit margins, profits and things like that, or is it a lack of intelligence? I don't know what it is. You guys can let me know what you think it is in the comments. I've had cars from all over the entire United States because they've been to this shop, this shop, this shop, and they finally have lost so much money. They're like, I could have paid for flights by now. I'm going to Omega. So once this is solved, customer will be happy. They can take their car back to Chicago. They'll have a happy, much quieter car. If you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use to work on this Impala or any other car in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. All the tools we use in the shop are for sale there, and if you purchase any of them, we get a small cut and really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because these problems like this are not stopping. They're on the rise, which means more videos for you guys. Thanks for watching.